Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've been wanting to make this video for a little while now, and I'm finally able to, so I'm pretty excited. This video is going to be a little different, so bear with me. Alright, a couple days ago we hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, which is kind of crazy to think about. Starting a YouTube channel or pretty much any venture is daunting because of all the work that lies ahead of you. There are so many things that go through your head. You don't know if any of this is going to work, you may not have all the skills you need, you don't know whether an audience will like what you're putting out. So I want to use this video to talk to you about a few things that might help you grow your beginner YouTube channel. You know, just some things that I've learned about what it can take to reach 1,000 subscribers on this platform. And even if you aren't starting a channel, maybe you're starting a podcast or a blog or another venture, I'm going to be talking about a few guiding principles that will help you as well. Okay, so I started my channel in January 2020.
What's up everybody, my name is Vihan Shalaya. This is my first YouTube video.
I told myself last year that 2020 would be the year when I'd give YouTube a chance. One of the most important things that's helped me was setting a goal that I could control. Now I couldn't control whether any of my videos would go viral or if I would reach a big audience. So what I did was set a goal of 50 videos for this year and do what I could to try and progressively improve upon each of them. If I was more focused on whether I was getting enough views or engagement, I'd probably have thrown in the towel a lot sooner. So set a goal for yourself in terms of the number of videos that you want to make, and then reassess when the time comes. I also can't stress enough how important consistency is. A lot of people analyze whether posting multiple times a week or once a week is best. But the important thing is to simply show up consistently. Releasing content once a week is what works for me. It allows me to maintain a certain quality and not burn out. But I do what I can to stick to that. Now life happens, and you may not have time on a certain week, but I try to get ahead of my releases by writing scripts or filming a little bit in advance. You kind of have to think of it as a business. It's not just about putting a video out and seeing if it sticks. You have to learn the things that matter. On YouTube, things like analyzing your metrics or doing keyword research or putting enough effort into your thumbnail are sometimes even more important than the content itself. I would spend hours trying to learn about the best ways to rank in search or increase my chances of getting suggested by YouTube. And I would attribute reaching 1,000 subscribers to those efforts. Certain things matter more than others. Engagement, like liking and commenting on a video, is a pretty big deal because that shows YouTube that your video is a good piece of content that people are interacting and engaging with. So go on, do me a favor. Hit that like button and comment below with a yes if this video is bringing you value. It's been really helpful to pay attention to what's working. I started out doing a lot of these motivational pieces where I'd break down famous speeches and then add some perspective to them. And I enjoyed making them, but they weren't being as well received as my videos about productivity and finding your purpose. So then I decided to focus a lot more on those videos. Your audience is the market, and you have to pay attention to how the market is responding to you. There's a lot of trial and error that goes into this, so be open to adjusting your content depending on where your audience is leading you. None of this came easy to me. I wouldn't even share pictures on Instagram until this year, but a lot has changed since then and I've become a lot more comfortable with it. I've built my website, which was a feat in itself, created an email newsletter, productivity cheat sheet, and there's so much more that I'm creating. All of these things kind of serve as your media ecosystem that make people aware of your personal brand and your content. I use my existing Instagram following to direct traffic to YouTube, and now they basically grow each other. If nothing else, I want to look back and be proud of the content that I'm working on. The skills that you develop by learning to film and edit are so great, and if YouTube doesn't work out, you can take those skills and go elsewhere. I look at each video as practice and a chance for myself to get better so that it shifts your focus away from vanity metrics and instead focus on getting better at the content that you're producing. The reason I started doing this is because I wanted to be creative and help others like me. I keep getting comments that inspire me to create more and help more people because if you're able to positively impact even one person who's looking for a solution, that's a pretty big deal. And you learn that nothing is expected to be perfect from the beginning. A lot of people are so afraid to put themselves out there because of the fear of how they'll be perceived. But sometimes starting can be the hardest part. If you take a look at some of my earlier stuff, the audio sounded like I was a mile away, the camera has been out of focus a couple times. Honestly, I would have wanted a better lens or lighting, but I didn't want not having those things to hold me back. To be honest, this isn't the easiest thing to pursue. When I first started my channel, I would come back home from work and work on my scripts and film and edit because with a full-time job, you're not going to have all the time in the world to do it when you feel like. especially when you're striving for consistency. So there's a certain degree of sacrifice. You may have to sacrifice some weekends with your friends. Sorry, boys. Or sacrifice some evenings where you could just watch Netflix or play video games. If you're worried that it's too late, guess what? It's not. If you're starting a channel today, you'll keep hearing that it's too late or too saturated, but there's always going to be room for your voice and the value that you have to provide. My vision for this channel is to create videos that I would have found helpful with regard to mindset as well as productivity. Sometimes the hardest work is done up front, and then it gets easier. In fact, here's a little clip from a Casey Neistat video that I'm going to play for you. It was etched into my brain the moment I saw it, and I think about it all the time as my channel is growing.
It's definitely harder to succeed on YouTube today than it was yesterday. And it was harder yesterday than it was 12 days ago or 9 days ago. But it's easier today than it will be tomorrow. And it's definitely easier today in 2018 than it will be next year in 2019, and so on and so on and so on.
If you're wondering whether you have anything unique to offer with what you're creating, you do. Your personality and story is unique, so don't let that hold you back. I started out by watching big YouTubers in the growth and productivity niche, and this helped inform the kinds of videos that I wanted to make. But I thought that I would be able to do something a little different and bring my own perspective to these things. And that's what I'm trying to do here with this channel. It is by no means easy. You have to have an awareness of what you enjoy about the process. Do you enjoy filming and editing, or telling stories and helping people? Those are the kinds of things that you need to focus on in the initial stages of your venture, which will be challenging, and so you need that love and passion to help pull you through. My North Star through all of this has been to give you out there the tools to gain a greater understanding of yourself, to discover your purpose and realize your potential, if that's what you're looking for. Your North Star might be a little different, but I recommend you try to find it because it will help guide you. The final thing I want to leave you with is the importance of patience. I cannot stress this enough. It takes a while to build your skill set and create a channel that's worth subscribing to. So many people get disheartened after 10 videos and stop trying. Don't do that. It took me 3 months to hit my first 100 subscribers, but things have improved since then as I kept at it. I got my next 100 2 months after that, and in July, over 300 of you decided to subscribe in just 1 month. That's a pretty big deal for me. I've also known people who've gotten hundreds of thousands on their first video. Not everyone's journey will be the same. Every video is like buying a lottery ticket for the chance to go viral and build a huge audience. I still haven't done that yet. My progress is slow and gradual, but you never know what'll happen. And finally, I want to thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and sharing in this journey together. This channel is for you, to help share the tools that you could use to become the best version of yourself and live a life that brings you joy every day. There's a lot more to do, but I'm looking forward to bringing you along with me for each step of the way. Thank you again. See you next week.